You can start with a story. Now, I don't mean the cliche of, I've always wanted to study this course since I was a year old. No, you've not. No, you've not. Now you're just lying. Hi and welcome. It's grad school application season and application for fall 2023 intake is ongoing, along with gathering letters of recommendations, transcripts, degree certificates, and taking standardized tests. One of the major requirements you need to take cognizance of while you plan your application is your personal statement. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you how you can write a compelling personal statement. A personal statement is a short essay that introduces a grad school candidate and his or her personal reasons for applying to a particular program. This required document helps the admission committee to get to know the person behind each application. While metrics like CGPA, standardized test scores, can give the admissions committee an idea of the student's qualification. They are impersonal and don't indicate whether a candidate will be a good fit for a particular program. Metrics only shows a fragment of the entire picture. Where do you start? When it comes to writing your personal statement, there's no standard rule where to start. But I'm going to share with you a few workable steps you can start from. The first step is read instructions. Oftentimes, schools will provide a list of guidance or expectations, what they expect to read in your personal statement, and the word limit, which can be 250 words, 500, oh yeah, 250. When I applied to one of the Russell Group schools I mentioned in my previous video, that should be the University of Liverpool, my personal statement at the time was 1,000 words and the requirement was 250. It was really difficult for me to compress my story from 1,000 words to 250, but I had to. So don't assume, read the instructions. It can be 250 words, 500 words, or 1,000. So this is what you can do. If you have a computer, use Google Doc to write your personal statement. On the toolbar, go to Tools and click Word Count. This will help you keep track of the number of words you've written down. The count will be displayed below your computer screen as you type. This will be particularly helpful when you arrive at your final draft. Step 2. Research. Conduct thorough research and gather foundational information about the school, the course of study, and the faculty you're applying to. I'll tell you where you will need this. So let's go. Brainstorm. In your brainstorming section, ask yourself the following questions. Why do you want to study this course? Why have you chosen this particular institution? What specific or specialized skills do you have? What will you get out of this program? What are your future goals and how will this course help you achieve them? That is it when it comes to where to start. Now, how do you start? The only way to start is by, wait for it, starting. Yes, get a computer or your writing pad and start writing. Keep in mind that this is not what you're going to submit. It's your first draft. Still, make it a good one. And resist the urge to aim at perfection in your first draft. If you aim at perfection in your first draft, it's going to slow you down. And you beat yourself up because your ideas will not make sense. Because your ideas are not coming together. So don't aim at perfection. Just pen that first draft down. Like any good writing piece, the structure of your personal statement should have an introduction, body, and conclusion. I will tell you what you're going to include in each of these sections, so let's keep going. Again, don't overthink it. Start. You can start with a story. Now, I don't mean the cliche of,
I've always wanted to study this course since I was a year old.
no, you've not. No, you've not. No, you're just lying. Don't use that line. Use strong storytelling to pull the reader into your life and care about you by the end. Share a personal story about something that happened in your life, your family, at work, at school, an event, while you were volunteering, or during an internship that totally changed your worldview, challenged you, and made you decide you were going to pick up a career in that field. Oh, where did I get that? I'm going to shoot a separate video reading my personal statement. So if you've not subscribed yet, kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you stay updated. You can also start your introduction with a quote, a question, and make sure you answer the question in the body of your personal statement. Don't ask a question you don't have an answer to, or you end up not answering in your personal statement. Lastly, in the introduction, you can start with a bold statement. For example, Nigeria is the poorest country. Now, this is a bold statement. It's attention grabbing. You've stirred the curiosity of the reader. How? How is Nigeria the poorest country? Now, outline your point and explain what you mean, because Nigeria is not the poorest. No, we're not. So the next section is the body of your personal statement. This is it. You've got the reader's attention. Keep it. Don't drop your storytelling hat and start rambling. This is where you explain all the answers you got from the questions you asked yourself during the brainstorming section. Do you still remember that? The brainstorming section and the list of questions I asked you to ask yourself. If you skipped it, you should go back and write them down, because this is where you will need them. Each paragraph should carry a single point or idea, and make sure to use examples and give substantial evidence where you need to. In addition to the storytelling style you'll be using, you should also consider combining a descriptive and persuasive approach when you're writing the body of your personal statement. An expected conclusion for any personal statement wraps up your writing and confirms your decision to apply to a particular school, why you're a perfect fit, and why the admissions committee should consider you for that program. Basically, it summarizes what you've written down in the body of your personal statement. So to wrap this up, here is a list of do's and don'ts you need to keep in mind when you're writing your personal statement. Let's take the do's first. Number 1, start early. Don't procrastinate till the deadline hits. You need enough time to outline your thought process. I used 1 month to write my personal statement. So it's not something you just wake up in a week or a night and then boom, you're ready to go. So you need time to develop your draft, proofread, and get others, preferably a professional, to proofread your work. Do's 2. What you need to do 2. The second thing you need to do. Number 2, study your resume. Go over your resume, connect your past experiences with the program you're applying to. With so little space, you want to make sure that every word counts. Study your resume and make notes on what you can implement on your personal statements. What you need to do 3, make them feel special. Everyone wants to feel special, so tailor your statement of purpose to the particular school you're applying to. I know you're not just applying to one school, so tailor your statement of purpose to each of these schools. Make them feel special, because you don't want a situation where the University of Bristol is, oh Lord, this is my life. You don't want a situation where the University of Bristol is reading a personal statement meant for the University of Harvard, and you're telling them their school is the best, you've always had a dream to study in the UK. So why are you applying to the US? No, tell me. That mistake will get you an automatic rejection. That's why the need to proofread. Read what you've written out loud. Get others to read it. Preferably, get a professional to review your statement of purpose, because your family and friends sometimes might not be objective. Not the kind of people that read mine though. Girl, this can be better. Go again. Okay, so the don'ts. Don't rehash your CV or your resume on your statement of purpose. Don't copy and paste. That's why I asked you to study your resume and take notes of the job experiences or key achievements you can highlight on your statement of purpose. Don't copy everything from your resume and paste on your statement of purpose, because you're submitting your CV as well. So don't rehash your CV on your statement of purpose. Next, don't plagiarize on your statement of purpose. Have mercy on yourself. You have one shot, so make it count. Make it personal and unique. Be yourself. No one else is better. Tell your story. Lastly, don't forget to proofread. Again, don't forget to proofread. This is very important. Keep your head in the game whilst you're reading your personal statement. Don't be distracted, and don't scan. Don't scan through your personal statement. Proofread and pay attention to detail. See that skills you highlight on your resume when you're applying to a job? Attention to details. You need it. Pay attention to your personal statement and read every single word, every single line. Even after giving it out for others to read or a professional to review, read it again before you submit. If you find value in this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and families, and subscribe if you've not yet. it will make a huge difference. It will keep me motivated to create more content like this. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in this video.